That's when I knew the power of living limitless. You can make things happen. We've become highly recognized as an accessible living brand. That's that luxury feel at an affordable price. That includes the Mazzucchelli Group, Swarovski crystals, Cosmetech for the highest quality components. You're thinking about Guess. Could Guess be a potential for them? They're fashion forward, they're sexy. Could Tommy Hilfiger be a potential for them? Smart, sexy, and confident. And then when you do that price point analysis, you figure out that half of their clientele are men making over $120,000 a year. And you're saying to yourself, oh my God, they don't have a luxury brand. You're thinking in your head, Zegna, you know that Zegna would be perfect for them. We must be in a spot that we can connect with our buyers, stimulate them so that they can then get excited and stimulate their customers. We often get caught up in a place where we do the same things over and over and over again, and we need to break out of that habit. Because very often we have a product that's even better than what the customer is using, but they don't know it, they're not thinking about it. I mean, let's imagine that you have a customer who produces ceiling grids. Now that's an interior application, low corrosion, but hey, we still want to be thinking about that. And they've been using electro-galvanized material, but they realize, oh my God, the electricity costs are way too high. Let's change it up. We'll do hot dipped galvanized, and we've got a coating of G30. Now, that's as low as they can go. But hey, enter Galfan. 95% zinc, 5% aluminum with mish metals, which are essential because they create that fluid bath. They aid in adhesion to create that uniform coating. Now, when you take that chemistry, the viscosity is lower. And the viscosity is lower, that means we can have a lower coating weight. So instead of a G30 for galvanized, which we have to do and can't go any lower, we've got GF20 or GF15 for Galfan. So here we have that 95% zinc, 5% aluminum, which is the eutectic, the ideal alloy ratio that when it's combined, when those metals are combined to the lowest melting point, Galfan melts at 720 degrees. Galvanized melts at 787 degrees. That's a 70-degree difference, which means that customer is going to be saving money on electricity. They're getting a better product, and they're getting better corrosion protection. That's where we want to be thinking. What other products that are out there right now that our customers can be using that are more beneficial to them that they never even thought about before? And what I came to find out is that AMD in 2010, there were 2 million patients that had it. By 2030, 3.6 million are going to have it. By 2050, 5.4 million people are going to have it. And we have the ability to change that. We have the ability to bring those numbers down. So why should anyone choose MacuHealth? We already know it's got the triple carotenoid formula. The mesozeaxanthin, zeaxanthin, and lutein. No other formula has that. We've got 30 clinical trials under our belt, and we have something called micromicelle technology. That's patented. Nobody else has that. Patients are getting 6 times better blood serum response, 1.5 times better response at the retina. That's the difference that we are making out there. Okay, one of you told me about the fact that the doctor actually wants to know the carotenoid level of patients, whether they have AMD or not. And I thought to myself, well, wait a minute, why would they want to know that? Why would they want to know that? So I looked up their oath. The optometrist's oath is not only about eye and vision care. It's to detect systemic diseases, and then to diagnose, manage, and treat the ocular manifestation of those diseases. You know what that means? That means they do care. It does matter to them. And that life meter, which is what you want to sell them, counts. They want to hear about that. They want to be able to determine the carotenoid level of a patient before they actually get AMD. Because if they know that, then they can do something about it. And it's a win-win on both ends, because not only are they going to help the patient, but there's a financial return. One of the things you guys said to me is, you know what, the doctor doesn't want to sell, he doesn't want to sell, he doesn't want to sell. I get that. I get that. I thought long and hard about that. And you know what? I don't want him to sell either. I want him to ask patients, okay, you get this bottle of MacuHealth, where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put it? because you have to take it every single day, and you have to take it with food. So morning, noon, night, you're going to put it by the coffee maker, you could put it by your bed with some crackers. Where are you going to put it, Doc? I don't want you to sell either. Because the one thing we know for a fact, is that patients aren't complying. We got to get them to comply. We have one office that gets about 80% compliance. You know what? I think we can do better than that. We can do 95 to 100% compliance just by asking our patients, where are you going to put it? Because what are patients doing right now? They're going out to CVS, they're going out to Walgreens, they're going online, they're finding the cheapest thing out there. What can they possibly buy, take home, and then not take it? I had said to you at the very beginning of this, because I know Frederick, he's talking about execute, 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 execute. I'm saying execute with no excuses. And that's not just about you, that's about the doctors. Give them no excuse to walk away or turn away. And I'm here to help you, Doc. It does me no good to drop a case and leave. It does me no good at all. I don't make any money off of that. That's no big deal to me. If we build a long-term relationship, that's what matters to me. I want your patients to see. That's the difference. I also want you to be thinking about, okay, they've got MacuHealth. Wait a minute, we've got Vitreous Health, we've got VisionEdge Pro. Now, this was the coolest thing because I did a little bit of research. I went online and I said, with floaters, how can we improve floaters? How do we get rid of floaters? And you know what came up? Vitreous Health. The only other way to cure floaters was a vitrectomy, which, by the way, can give you a retinal tear, retinal detachment, cataracts, or the floaters are still there, none of which I think is an option for me. But with Vitreous Health, 70% of patients saw an improvement. So now we can add to the spectrum. We can upsell those doctors. And then there's VisionEdge Pro. And it's tough. I mean, patients that come into the office are not always saying, hey, I'm an athlete, hey, I'm an athlete. But what if we put a sign right at reception that says, are you an athlete? What would it do for you to improve performance? Ask the doctor. Because we all know VisionEdge Pro, 93% of patients saw an improvement in low light conditions, which is great too for patients that are driving at night that have a tough time. And as far as athletes are concerned, to be able to see an improvement in visual processing speed, an increase tracking fast-moving objects. That's what we're talking about here, because I know myself as an athlete, if I know there's a way to be faster, hand-eye coordination is there, peripheral vision is there, because that's what VisionEdge Pro does, then I'm on board. Tell me where to get it. You've got it at the desk? Awesome, I'm bringing it with me.